Hey everyone, Chris from Unison here. Today we're talking time signatures. What are they? Why are they so important? By the end of today's video, you'll be able to read music in any time signature. Let's go. This is called the beat. Here I'm clapping along with the beat. Or I can snap my fingers with the beat. Or I can tap my foot with the beat. Or I can bob my head with the beat. It doesn't matter how you do it, you're still feeling the beat. The beat is the pulse of the music you're listening to. In fact, it's the heartbeat. When musicians say play in time, they mean feel the beat and play along with it. So if I wanted to play something along with the beat, I'd get out my trusty metronome. I'd set it to whatever tempo I wanted. Tempo is just another word for speed. Every click you hear is the beat. And now I can play with the beat. I can also play in between the beats. Or I can play on the beat and in between the beats. If I'm writing a piece of music, I want to capture this beat, or time, and write it down on a piece of paper to make it easier for the performer to understand how to play my music. But how do you capture time and write that down on paper? Well, the first thing you need is a measure to hold your beats in. Now, how many beats should we put in here? Songs have a lot of beats. The most common time in music is when you group 4 beats together in one measure. This is where our time signature comes in. 4/4? What does that mean? The best way to decipher this is to say it as a fraction like this. 4 quarters. Quarters like quarters? No, quarter notes. That means I have to organize 4 quarter notes in each measure maximum. So now every quarter note is a beat, or a click on the metronome. The top number means how many beats there are going to be in a measure. The bottom number tells us what type of note falls on the beat. In this case, quarter notes fall on the beat. How about this time signature? Well, let's read it like a fraction. 3 quarters, or 3 quarter notes. The top number tells me how many quarter notes there will be, in this case 3 in every measure, and the bottom number tells me that the beat is going to land on every quarter note. We can use eighth notes, but they don't get a full beat. They're shorter, and you count them like 1 and 2 and 3 and... And with 16th notes that are even shorter, you count them like 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a. That's not fair. 8th and 16th notes should be able to get their own full beats. Don't worry, all we have to do is change our bottom number of the time signature. So if we want 8th notes to receive a full beat, we change the bottom number to 8. Now for every 8th note you see, that's going to be a click on the metronome. Let's take a look at this example. Can you determine how many 8th notes there will be in each measure? If you said 6, you got it. 6/8, or 6/8 notes in every measure. And every 8th note falls on the beat now. Since 8th notes fall on the beat, 16th notes are going to act like 8th notes did when quarter notes fell on the beat. 16th notes are going to be counted like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. To go even further, 32nd notes are going to be counted like 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 5E and a, 6E and a. Let's take a look at this example. 2/2. If we say this like a fraction, we would say 2 halves, or 2 half notes. So 2 half notes per measure, with each half note receiving the beat. This is also known as cut time, and can be represented as a C with a vertical line through it. Quarter notes will be half a beat, counted like 1 and 2 and eighth notes counted like 1E and a, 2E and a. So what's the point of having different time signatures? Well, they tell us how we should feel the music. Understanding this is also to understand the grouping of strong and weak beats. For example, in 4/4 time, the first beat is always the strongest and carries the most emphasis. Beat 2 is weak, beat 3 is strong but not as strong as the first, and beat 4 is weak. In 3/4 time, the first beat is the strongest beat, followed by 2 weaker beats. In 2/4 time, the first beat is the strongest beat, followed by a weak beat. Any time signatures with 2, 3, and 4 as the top number are what is called simple time. It doesn't matter if the bottom number changes. In simple time, the beats can be divided into even divisions of 2. In all of these examples, you can divide each beat evenly in 2. In compound time, the top number has to be 6, 9, or 12, with the beats being grouped into threes. The strongest emphasis is placed on the first beat of every group of 3. Complex time has an odd number on the top, like 5, 7, 11, or 13 in some cases. In these time signatures, you can also divide the beats in uneven groups with the emphasis landing on the first note of the group.